Now, before free agency started last year, DeRozan had one of the worst reputations in the league. Now, the reason for this was because A, in the league where everybody's shooting threes and a guy that doesn't shoot threes, of course you're going to look like an outcast. Nobody's going to like you like that. Understandable, right? But B, this dude was one of the biggest chokers in the league. I mean, we all saw it in Toronto. This dude would choke in every series and piss down his leg every time he played LeBron James, right? And so this bad rep basically led a lot of people to saying this dude should take a pay cut and go to a super team, come off the bench for LeBron James, or in Miami, or come off the bench in Brooklyn, that fake super team, right? And after all that talk, he basically got signed and traded to the Chicago Bulls for Thaddeus Young, Al-Farouq Aminu, and a couple of picks. I'm sorry if I missed out anything else on that trade, I don't know. And, some people like the trade, including me. I love the trade, but some people had the audacity to give that trade an F. Now, the reason why some people didn't like it was because they were like, hey, Chicago doesn't need more offense. They need defense, right? And adding DeRozan isn't like that. And number two, they don't think DeRozan getting paid $28 million is worth it. They didn't think his contract was worth it. So a lot of people were getting on him for that trade, right? Or getting on him for the signing period. Now, fast forward to now. Chicago Bulls, despite all their injuries, are what? Solid, tied for first seed in the East, 37-21, right? Keep in mind, I said despite their injuries, they were missing 2 all-defensive players. LaVine is having knee problems, and they're still winning games. Now, the reason why, you ask, the known loser himself, the guy that everybody's been killing, Demar Derozan, has been playing like Michael Jordan. This dude this year is averaging 28 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 51% from the field, 33% from 3, and 86% from the line. I mean, you can't tell me that is not a Michael Jordan stat line right there. Not only that, but he's been dominating in the fourth quarter, willing this team to wins. I mean, we see it over every single night. This dude is leading the league in total fourth quarter points, shooting 55% from the field. That is mind-boggling, right? Insane. And if you actually sit down and watch him, nobody can stop him. No matter what defender they put on him, whether they send a double team or leave him in single coverage, this dude is cooking whoever is in front of him. To show you how good of a season he's having as well, let me show you some stats. This dude recently has had 6 consecutive games, putting up 35 plus points, shooting 50% from the field. He is now tied Wilt for the longest streak of all time. And he has a chance to pass him against the Sacramento Kings. Isn't that crazy? I mean, if you are in the same conversation as Wilt when it comes to any stat, you know you're doing something right. I just want to say that. Not only that, but the dude has been one of the best isolation scorers in the league. He is the most efficient post-up player in the league. I know it's on low volume, but that's still pretty impressive considering he's a guard/forward. He's a top 10 pick and roll ball handler in the league. Crazy things, right? Now, the real question, what's causing my man Debo to play like this? Because I did not expect this, right? I've watched him for most of his career. I did not expect DeRozan to play like this. Well, I came up with a couple of reasons, right? 3 reasons to be exact. 1, the dude has unlocked the avatar state. And now, let me tell you guys what the avatar state is. The avatar state for the NBA is basically balancing playmaking and scoring. Something that I've seen DeRozan struggle with throughout his entire career. In Toronto, he didn't know how or when to get his teammates involved. He was just a scorer, chucking. That basically led him to sometimes being a black hole on offense. It also led his team to be better when he was off the floor, right? Then he moves to San Antonio. It's the complete opposite. He's playmaking, but he's not scoring. He's taking a career low shot attempts. You already know what I mean when I say career low. I'm not counting his rookie years or some of the beginning years. You already know what I mean, right? But he's taking a very low amount of shot attempts compared to what he usually does, right? What he usually did in the past. Now, you fast forward up to the Bulls, he's finally found the balance. You see it now. He knows when to pass. He knows how to break down double teams, right? He knows when it's his turn, when it's his time to score. I mean, we see it. The fourth quarter is literally his. So that's reason number one. Reason number two, environment. As you can see, this year he's playing with the most spacing he's ever played with throughout his entire career. I don't care. I know Toronto had nice shooters, but this is the best shooting team he's ever played with. He has multiple shooters and multiple shot creators, dudes that can hit threes off the dribble, right? He has spot-up shooters everywhere, and he has great offensive players all around him. Not just shooters, but also guys who can put the ball on the deck and make decisions for themselves. Guys like Vucevic, who can basically do everything on offense. Alex Caruso, when he was healthy. Buzzle Ball. Zach LaVine, the main one, bro. Ayo Dosunmu, right? Like, yeah, you got a bunch of dudes who can do multiple things on the offensive end. And that really helps out his game. Now he can go one-on-one without having to deal with double teams or teams packing the paint. All right? You look at his situation prior to this season, San Antonio, he didn't have that. He had a lack of perimeter creators, right? Everybody on his team wanted to do the same thing, and that was going to the rim, finishing strong, right? But they didn't have guys who could attract the attention of the defense on the perimeter. So that's why he's changing so much. Now, number three, Billy Donovan. Right now, Billy Donovan, I'm not going to go completely into depth with this, but Billy Donovan is, to me, what old Kai is to Dragon Ball Z, right? Old Kai, as y'all know, if you watch Dragon Ball Z, he's the dude that basically unlocked all of Gohan's potential and made him, the strongest unfused character in Dragon Ball Z. That's what I feel like Billy Donovan does. He basically unlocks the potential of all the players that he has on his team. I mean, we saw Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, they had some of their best seasons with him. Paul George, MVPG, you already see that. You can even go back to last year, bro. Zach LaVine had one of the most efficient scoring seasons for a high volume score we've ever seen. Just with Billy Donovan. That was his best season he's ever had. Just saying, right? And I think he's doing the same thing to DeRozan. Billy D does deserve some credit. So those are the three reasons. Now, the big question, can DeRozan translate this into the playoffs, right? Because let's be real. This regular season, he could have it. He could be Mike Jordan for the regular season, but if he doesn't do it in the playoffs, he will still have that terrible reputation, right? Now, can he do it in the playoffs? Well, if we go back and we look at what his biggest issues in the playoffs were prior, a couple of them were this, right? Confidence. I mean, this dude was not confident at all. And the thing that showed me that he wasn't confident was this.
You find somebody who stopped LeBron, in these moments, and I give you $100.
I mean, this is absolutely insane, bro. How can you dick ride the ops like that, bro? That's unacceptable. I'd rather him lie to the media like Paul George did. But this man decided to meat ride the ops. Absolutely atrocious. Shame on you. Now, number two, right? Another reason why he struggled so much in the playoffs. He got sped up way too easily. And when you get sped up too easily, you can make mistakes, turn the ball over, take bad shots, make bad decisions, period. And number three, like I said, he didn't unlock the avatar state. So, if you don't have those three things, you will most likely be a bad playoff performer. I just want to say that. If you can't do those three things, or at least two of those three things, you'll most likely be a bad playoff performer. Now, after his stint in San Antonio and in Chicago, basically, or right now, I can tell he's improved some of those things. The confidence thing, one. I mean, you can see how confident he is in these regular season games. I know it's a regular season game, but it's been completely different from him. He's not afraid to take any shot. He doesn't care what defender is in him. He will attack him and kill him. So that's what I love to see from DeRozan. Another thing is, like I said, he's unlocked the avatar state, right? He knows, bro. He knows how to balance those two things, playmaking and scoring, right? Also another thing, I said two of those three things. I meant all three of them, right? The game is completely slowed down from him now, bro. He's a vet. He knows what he's doing, and he's playing like Mike Jordan. He knows how to make reads, knows how to find cutters. He knows when to score. Now, with all these things, I believe that DeRozan will turn it around this year in the playoffs. I think he will make a huge difference and be the Bulls' best player in the playoffs. Now you can get on me and say, DeRozan has fooled us once like that last season on the Raptors, but I think it's a completely different story now. I think DeRozan will take over because he's fixed these 3 things that I just listed. Now, that's all I have to say about Debo. Hopefully y'all like this video. Please like and subscribe. Thank y'all. Really hope y'all like this video. And before I go, I just want to say this. Tell me if DeRozan will make a difference this playoffs. I want to see it in the comment section. Tell me how you feel about him this season. And yeah, I'll see y'all.
Weezy out of here. Weezy out of here.